What's going on? This is That Dude Coop here. I'm with another NCAA 14 tips and tricks. Today we're going to be going over simple passing patterns that are very effective against defenses here. We're going to be starting with curl in the normal set. We got press coverage on the outside. This is simple up and back. As soon as he lowers his hips, you're throwing it straight out of your hands. So right there, caught. And that's a 15-yard 20 game, and I think I'm going to take this one to the house, fellas. I'll see you when I get back on offense. Alright, so I forgot to mention that this is my online dynasty team a couple years down the road, 5 years down the road. So my team's pretty good. I only have one loss, and that's to one of the users. Our next pass play is going to be the weak out play. It's kind of like the curl. As soon as he lowers his hips to break to the outside, you're just going to put a nice little bullet pass right on his outside shoulder. Catch. Out of bounds, first down. It's great. 2-minute offense. It's great for first down. It's great for third and long. Again, if we're gonna go back and we'll run the same play again. It's weak flood. Excuse me. If it's like 3rd and 13, you can hit. You can hit a hot route B RB. It'll get you to the first down marker. We're not gonna throw it to him. He wasn't out wide open. He's just getting pressed. When you run the curl and the weak flood with the deep out, if you have a pressing corner, it's not going to work for the most part, only because the corner's going to throw off his route, and then if you try to thread the needle, he's going to jump and pick it. The computer's nuts. Another play I like to run a lot, the read option. If you watched my first video, the read option is my go-to, and I recruit solely around the read option, so my quarterback's got to have some type of speed. So right here, as you can see, he was waiting for me. That's how you stop the read option. But like I said in the video before, if you've watched that, I'll put a link for that down in the description. There's a lot of things you can do off the read option once you run it once, and maybe we don't have the best setup right here because I didn't get any yards off it. We still could run a play action pass off of it. So, just simple pass plays here. So, I've done the curl. That's your X right here. And I've done the weak flood. We're going to move to your drag under. This play is really good if you have a decent tight end because in man coverage, B is going to take the corner with you, and A is going to pop open right there. It's kind of more an advanced route because you don't really lob, but you don't really bullet it. But if you can get that pass down, man, that's hard to stop in the red zone. Angle smash. This is another good normal shotgun set. It's like a clear out route for your running back. So you can look at your B running the comeback. You can throw it to him on his when he breaks down, or throw it to Y if the corner sits. But in the end, RB is almost always going to be open for a 5-6 yard gain. As you can see, I got a first down. Moving on with normal set here, go on read option. I already explained that. Oh, outside outs. This is the play. This is what I thought it was called. This is the same thing as weak out. Now let's see here. We got two pressing corners, and then what I like about this play is your Y is running a curl right over the seam. So even if these corners are pressing, throw it to the outside shoulder. Ooh, dropped it. Either way, you throw it to the outside shoulder. That guy's never going to jump that route unless he's running towards it, especially since it was a D end. I think that's going to be it for the normal route. I'm going to go ahead and show you one of the cool. This probably won't work because I haven't set it up. It's not set up, but this play is the inverted veer. So like I said, with the read option, you can set up a lot of plays using the read option. If you can learn to work the veer, it's just the opposite of the read option. This play is money once you get it set up. Wide open in the corner. When we come back, we'll move into a couple more shotgun sets on the next drive, and then we'll move into some 4 and 5 wide. Obviously, we're going to see 4 verticals here sooner or later. All right, hold on. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're going to move into tight slots. It's one of the newer sets I've been trying to use. It's pretty effective against man because you're breaking out in a lot of the plays, and it's good to pick, but it takes some time to master. Like right here, that's a pass that is probably shouldn't be thrown, but if you can hit it, It'll work. It'll work almost all the time. Now, what happened is the out route right there, as you see in the replay, was covered by the corner as he fled out, probably around, I think it was a cover 2 since the safety dropped for the deep half. We're trying to pick the corner. If the corner jumps the out, then you're going to throw it over top. So let's see. There's a couple other routes that are kind of like you're saying. That was called bench switch. Wide receiver corners, or I forget, is that corners? Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. A and Y. This is meant to be like a quick hitter right there. There's 5 yards. If he would have jumped that, you could have dropped over top to the corner. This gives people fits online. I'm telling you what. Unless their defense is outstanding, it's really hard to play really, really good man against this. So we did wide receiver corners. This stick switch is kind of good too. You're running an out with a switch. So if this linebacker right here, right over the Y, if he flies out with the X, you're going to drop it right there. And if you got decent receivers, he'll catch every time. 4-yard gain. It's a good third and short play. I highly suggest using this tight slots. Just practice this, man. That's what I did. Stick, it's the same way. And every single one of these passes, like, I mean, you go through a set, like a shotgun set, and a lot of these plays you can never use, but I'm telling you, you can use them every single one of these plays. Now that was probably a 1-yard gain, but you know, you see the idea I'm trying to pull. They ran man, they switched it pretty well. What else we got here? Mesh is phenomenal. Okay, this is good to run in the hash as I am right now. You got this corner to the right. You're running a flare out from the running back, and then you're running a mesh in the middle. So whichever guy seems to come open, like A right here, he'll spin back in. That's a first down. That guy's a phenomenal receiver. He's my best receiver, but I mean, he had 5 yards when he caught the ball. All right, so we've done mesh switch. This is a good pick play. This is actually pretty good in the red zone we're at right now. So what you're looking at is this Y is running a corner route, and X is running a little like drag across, high drag. He's going to pick that linebacker. So if you're more in the open field, Y is just going to slip right out here. Touchdown. We'll come back. On the next possession, we'll continue this tight slot. This tight slot is really, really good. I'm telling you, go into practice mode, throw these plays around. Even the running plays aren't terrible if you got a decent line. But we'll come back once I get the ball back. All right, so we got the ball back. Our defense ain't going up. Next one we're going to do is this X in. This is kind of the same concept as one of my play action passes off of I picked the wrong play. Hold on. This is the wide corner again. Let me just drop this in this dude's grill again. That play is too easy. Now, take everything with a grain of salt. I'm playing with a very, very, very good team against not a very good team, but in the same concept. If you can throw the ball with timing, these are all timing routes. That's all you got to do to play this game. So we're going to go with the X in here. This has got the same concept as wrestling. You've got a corner and a flat, so you're putting the corner in a bind, hoping that safety falls back so they look like they're in a cover 2 shell. Now this Y on the other side is the same way. If he's wide open, he's a quick hit too. But the X is what really gets him. So it's 1st and 10. Watch this X come open right in the inside. Right when he breaks, throwing the ball. Right when he breaks. Wide open. In case anybody was wondering, I am playing on All-American. I usually play on Heisman, but we are in an online dynasty, and we decided to play on All-American to kind of can make it interesting. So we've done almost every single play in here. X in, switch. Ooh, this wheel switch. This play is nasty at sometimes. So if the corner bites on this B, A gets wide open for some reason. Not all the time, but he does. If you, like I said, I'm reiterating myself and repeating, but that's good. Keep it in your head. If you just go in and practice these plays, you'll see the tendencies the defense have. So now watch. We're going to go back with the wide receiver stick nod. This guy on the outside, he runs a snake route or a whip route, and he can turn some heads. Right here, you throw it to him. Whoo! Right in that outside shoulder, boy. We're going to the end zone. Nah, he didn't make it, but that safety's still breaking on the inside stem. Pulls it right back out. See ya. That play is great against man coverage. He didn't even make it to the purple. Alright, so we're going to move on here. Let's see one play we haven't used yet. I think we went through them all. That stick and nod. Okay, let's do the stick and nod again, and it's the opposite of the wheel switch. So this outside guy is going to come out and stick. Your B's going in. Y's going straight out. We ran the same play. So if B stops right here, thread the needle, boy. Oh, he dropped it! Anyway. If he doesn't, yeah, the guy said it right. If he doesn't come in and knock that out, it's a touchdown. So I'm going to show you the last run play before we move on. I'll try to score here, and then we'll move on to a different set the next time I have the ball. Hopefully, I've been simming it, so hopefully my defense doesn't just give up a point here. Yep, touchdown. All right, I'll see you guys after halftime. Get the ball back. We'll move into some more 4 and 5 wides. All right, so I lied. We're going to do one more 3 receiver set with a tight end. It's bunch tight end. You got a 3 trio bunch, left to right. I always try to put them to the field. This is kind of like tight slow. You're just picking on man coverage and picks and dropping balls in where they shouldn't be dropped in, just like that one, man. And he fumbles the ball. You believe that? Man, I got 3 turnovers? Wow. Let's just go ahead and sim this real quick. Oh, there's going to be a challenge. They're going to challenge the ball. You guys want to watch the challenge? We'll watch the challenge. Yeah, go ahead and look at it, pal. I think, yeah, he looks like, I don't know. Still on top. I think he's still on top of the body. And no, elbows down. All right, so that was bunch tight end. You're just picking on the picking on the point guy, whoever he goes to throw opposite, and that's pretty much the same with all these plays. This is another one where you can run like 1 or 2 run plays, but the read option is really effective at this. We're gonna move on to the X spot. I'm gonna switch it over to the right, so I got the field. So you're dropping the same thing. You got a guy going the flat. You got a guy sitting over the hash if you're in the middle of the field, and you got a guy going the corner. Guy over the hash, wide open. That's 6-7 yards, easy, and he got 8. I mean, that's your 2-point conversion play right there. That's your 3rd and 4 play. My favorite 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and short, 3rd and medium play is this spacing play right here. So now that we're in the middle of the field, you got a guy going inside the hash, a guy outside the hash, and a guy dropping underneath them both. So man coverage, this guy is gonna. Oh, he jumped it. Ah, okay. Let me do that again for you. So in man coverage, usually he's usually late getting to the ball. If he's not, just drop it right in here to Y. If nobody's over X, you can drop it right into X. We're going to go ahead. Ooh, flood. So we're kind of on a hash. So flood is a rollout play I like to do. If your guy can throw in the run, this play's nice. So if the corner jumps this flat guy right here, you got this Y coming in right behind, and you can wait forever for that. Yeah, that was bad. I'll run it again for you guys. But I mean, if you're away on the hash, you can roll with your guy. And this is a good play to run just in general, because if you have a decent quarterback, you give him all the option in the world of getting out here. Set, throw. Sometimes you can hit him with a deep ball. I usually don't throw the ball. I'm usually not looking at the guy in the flat too much, because there's pretty much always a guy guarding him. Whether it's a D end or a linebacker coming down, or even the corner sitting. But usually the guy running the deep out, the deep bench route, out route, flood route, he's just wide open. All right, so we've done flood. Ooh, tight end corner. This play is a safety picking machine. I mean, you are putting him in a bind. So these guys are splitting. The safety's going to go in the middle. Oh, shit. Sorry, I wasn't watching. Sorry, guys. I'm a little rusty. I just got this whole capture card thing, so I'm trying to review all my stuff. All right, so let's do this again. So you got corner right, corner left, post in the middle, and out. I usually like to hit the out if it's there, but this is the route I always hit, is that post. And hopefully your guy can hold the ball, and that's what I was trying to throw when I got smacked. Since we're close to the goal, I want to try to get the rest of this in here. Stick, I won't show it, but it's kind of like everything else. You got a guy going the flat, you got a corner, you got a guy sitting. The one I want to show is I want to show the read option and then the read option off of it. If I score here, I'll come back with the first play and do the read option off of it. So same thing, remember, pull or give. So we're going to pull, and we're in. I'll come back. I'll run the opposite and show you what I mean by why it's good if you can run the read option. All the different variations you can run off the read option. Welcome back, guys. Sorry, we just hit the end of the third quarter. I'm going to come back. I'm going to hit you with the bunch tight end, the last. It's play action boot over. It's the complementary route to the read option. And this route's deadly in the red zone. This route's deadly on third down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide protection, which is LT, and then I'm going to hit to the right so my lineman slide. I'll have a video about slide protecting and how to use it. But you're going to fake this read option, roll out, and you got levels. And you just pick apart their defense. You basically make the middle linebacker just eat his crap. I mean, like, he has no idea what to do. He's got no help. You're faking the read. So if you're running the read option, so if you run this read option 2 or 3 times, throw a pass play in there, run it again, and then throw this play in there, they will all bite. All of them. Since it's third and short, let's go ahead and enact one of my plays and see if I have anything. Let's throw the mesh in there. I like the mesh. So it's 3rd and 1. Got the mesh in. I'm going to slide protection to the left again. And I'm looking for Y. I'm looking for A to Y to B. A. And what I just did there is I made myself a progression. Before the play, sometimes, once you start, like I said, practice, you can start to pick tendencies out. And then you can start picking, okay, well, this guy's usually open most of the time, and then this guy. And you can pick based upon what your prior knowledge is and have progressions. All right, so I'm going to end bunch tight end there. I'm going to go into, let's go into, yeah, we'll go 5-wide flex. Okay, I love 5-wide flex. This is what I run. I tool people with this. I love this. We're going to start with empty stick. It's a double slant with a deep out and a double out with that one out's an option. So what's good about this route is in man coverage, the slant is unstoppable. Literally unstoppable. I've had nobody stop my slant except for maybe when I was like a really, really bad UTSA team going against like an Alabama type team. So I'm going to run that one more time for you. So the slant side is always open, almost always. But if it isn't, if they run a good zone, you can come back to this A. A will do whatever you need him to do. If he's open, he'll stop. If he's not, he'll go for an out. And every once in a while, you can catch somebody over the top deep, but you got to have a pretty tall and fast receiver for that. So we'll move into stick and rod. Stick and rod is a play I like to run every once in a while when I'm trying to get somebody across the middle. You send your corners deep, or you send your outside guys deep, either taking the corners of the safety, which most time will leave this middle guy wide open, just like that. And he's either one-on-one with a middle linebacker. And if you're playing online, if you come out and you're running the ball and then you hit him with this 5 wide, and you start hurrying up, then people they can't change their defense or they can't change their personnel. So they still have these slow middle linebackers on the table. So you can just hit them with that stick and rod all day. Anything across the middle with your inside slot receivers. It's beautiful. Now here's what I love. This is my go-to in crunch time, 2-point conversion, overtime. This is my play because watch what happens. Nobody's open. I roll. Oh, well. I guess I kind of just discredited myself there. Either way, I'm telling you, if they're not open, you can scramble. They blitzed outside. This guy came all the way across and got me. It happens. All right, so now that I'm back, I'll go to my next play, which is middle slant. This is my favorite play of all time. If I have to get down the field in a minute, I run this play because here's why. You got a deep ball there clearing out. I usually never throw it to him. You have an out from the Y, and if he can beat that one-on-one, that's a good 10 yards. You have your A underneath for your drop down, and then you have this slant, which is always wide open. If you can't hit the slant, throw it right to this B guy, and he's just like the curl we talked about at the very beginning of the video. Excuse me. So when I get the ball back, we'll come back and we'll finish up with this. There's only a couple more, and then we'll move on to the last one that I like to run, and then we'll end this video. Welcome back, guys. We're going to go ahead and go with the 4 verticals. And if you haven't heard of 4 verticals, then I don't know where you've been. 4 verticals has been in this game for 2 or 3 years, and this is everybody's go-to online. everybody's long package situation. And the reason why is because it truly is. It's a really good play, and it's really cheap because what you're doing is the same thing when I was talking about that middle slant, that hook and or whatever stick and rod. You're putting pressure on whoever they got in the middle, and if they're running a cover 2 or even a cover 3, you can still drop it right in over the middle and underneath the cover 3. You almost have to run a Tampa 2 to stop a cover 2 or run a man and just run the guy. So I'm going to run the 4 verticals again. And look what you're doing. You're sending 2 guys deep, so if they have one-on-one on those guys, you have a chance. Sometimes this RB guy will float up and right over that hash about where the 40-yard line is right here because this guy will drop down. Not here, and I'm sacked. Oh, no, I'm not. Where's my quarterback? It's kind of hard to do a tips and tricks video when you're getting destroyed. Okay, so let's do it one more time. So like I said, RB guy can sometimes pop open, and then most likely you're going to have A, who's running like this skinny post kind of pattern. He's going to be the one who's going to pop in most likely because he's going to come across the middle, right there, wide open, almost every single time. By the way, I am doing this live, so it's kind of live and a little off track. All right, so the last play I like to do, obviously, it goes back to the original normal set is this curl play. And what I like about it out of the 5 wide is you spread them out. And if they got nobody, like, look at RB. Look at RB right now. There's not a soul in RB. But the other guy, well, here's what I did. I saw that cornerback, and it's hard to see because he's off screen, but I saw him pressing, because he's in cover 2. So I dropped it right in. But usually, if he stays with the guy, RB will be wide open. So I'll run that one more time just so you guys can see what it's like if the corners play a true like cover 3 or cover 4 look or even a man look. So let's go. We'll throw. We're going to send RB this way so he gets out of here. He clears out. Up, up, up. Oh, that was bad. Yeah. I'm not perfect when it comes to passing the ball, and I don't claim to be perfect. And every once in a while, a computer will throw in a crazy like glitch that you barely ever see, and you're just waiting for like the typical thing, and you'll throw a pick, and it happens. Everybody throws picks. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll sim it real quick. This video is starting to get a little too long, and I'm sure everybody's getting kind of bored. Yeah, I have 425 yards passing the ball. It's pretty good. This is my online dynasty. I probably should have taken this more seriously. That's going to be the end. I was going to go in and do some more, but really, if you have a variation of curls, deep outs, slants, and then anything across the middle while you have outside outs, you can take down anybody. I'm talking about anybody. I started with UTSA, and I went 7-6 my first season because I had no offensive line. But once I got an offensive line, I had mediocre receivers, mediocre quarterback, and I was killing everybody online. Unless you got somebody who plays really good defense or really good offense, where you have to play really good offense, you can keep up with anybody. Curls, outs, slants, across the middle stuff, and it's all timing. So I mean, if you play football before, then you realize everything's timing routes. These corner routes, as soon as they break, if
he's not gonna get there, slob up there.
All right, this has been a pretty long tips and tricks. If you've stayed through the whole thing, I appreciate it. If you want to like, you want to subscribe, I'm going to bring in a lot more NCAA videos here, just getting started. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too long, and I appreciate you guys. Check in next time, all right? That dude Coop, signing out. Peace.